Hi, Coach Aaron here for another 5-minute flag football video where I try to teach you some flag football concepts in 5 minutes or less. So today I want to talk about our basic defensive set. And the defense, remember, for those of you who are new, are the guys who are trying to get the flag. We're trying to pull the flag from whoever has the ball. And we're trying to stop the offense, which are the players on the other team on the other side of the ball. We're trying to stop them from scoring or getting first downs, making big plays, things like that. We'll do that in a variety of ways, mostly by pulling their flag or getting them out of bounds, but also just by being in our positions can force the other team to run away from us. They're trying to get away from us while we try to get their flags. So I want to talk to you about the positions here. First, let's focus on just the letters here and ignore the lines for now. ML stands for middle linebacker. So we call him middle linebacker because he's in the middle and he's back off the line. This green line is what's called the line of scrimmage. The green line is where the ball is placed for the offense. So we know where the offense is. Middle linebacker, it starts on him. Once he gets set, it's easier for everyone else to get set. So we have to always make sure the middle linebacker knows where to be at all times. And the middle linebacker should be helping everyone else get in their spots because everything starts with him. So he will go to the ball and go back about 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards, and he'll stand in the middle of the field. On either side are what we're calling this year, and most years when I coach, we're calling them the ends. The reason why we call them the end is because they're on the end. They're on one on this end, one on that end. We don't note them with any special terminology like we would on offense. Instead, we're just calling them the right end or the left end. This person's job, their primary job, is the area outside. And when I mean outside, I mean by the sideline, which would be running up and down the right and left hand side. His job is to stay out there and cover this area. We'll get into more I'll make videos on each individual position that you guys can watch. But for now, realize that the end's major job, the major job of the end is not to let anyone get outside of him. And when I say outside, I mean between him and the sideline. His job is to make sure that if anyone tries to run out here, we either get his flag or we push them back on the inside where all of our players are going to help us. Safeties, these are the S. So we kind of call them safeties because they're the last person who can save us. They're the very back. These two players are primarily, their job is to play against the pass, but they will also play against the run if they see that it is a run. They are supposed to line up about 7 to 8 yards after the line of scrimmage. So when the middle linebacker gets set up in the middle, 3 to 4 yards back, the safety can see where the middle linebacker is, and the safeties on both sides need to be in between the end and the middle linebacker. So they should have clear line of vision right here, line of sight in between this area. Their job is to help support things in the middle, but their first and foremost, their job is to make sure that they do not get anyone behind them. So if somebody gets behind them, then it's easy for the quarterback on the other side to throw the ball over their heads. So that's their first job, and you'll typically hear me say that the safeties, their first step is backwards. And the reason why we say their first step is backwards is because it puts them in the mindset of, I need to make sure no one gets behind me. More on safeties in the safety-specific video. Also important on defense is this yellow line. This is a cone. They'll put a yellow cone out here in the middle of the field. This is the blitz line. What a blitz is where you can run past the line of scrimmage to try to get the flag. These guys up here that are in front of this yellow line, in front of this cone, they are not able to go behind the line of scrimmage to get a flag until the ball is handed off. If you start back here, so that's a 7-yard head start. If you have a 7-yard head start, that as soon as the center snaps the ball, you can run straight back here if you want. That's called a blitz. All right. Most likely this year we are not going to be doing very many blitzes because in flag football it's often not a very good strategy, but we can talk more about that later. For now, you should know the only person that can run behind the line of scrimmage to get a flag are the people that are lining up behind this yellow cone. All right, so quick recap before we end. Middle linebacker, he's the guy in the middle. He's looking to defend the run from the start, but he also has pass responsibilities too. The end are on the outside. They're closest to the sideline. Their job is to make sure that no one gets between them and the sideline. And if anyone tries to run this way, they grab their flag or they try to get them, divert their attention toward the middle of the field. Safeties, their first step is back. Their primary job is to play against the pass, and they're kind of the last men there to save the day if the runner gets past the front guys. So that's it for basic defensive positions, and we'll talk more about it in the next video.